Good morning, everybody. And not such good morning. I promised myself that I would be open and honest and personal in these videos. I mean, that's the whole point of why I started this particular YouTube channel. And I've been sharing my thoughts on different things, and some of them have been just sort of fluff, like what music means to me. But I also really wanted to make videos that I thought might help somebody else that's going through some difficult times. And this morning, it's a difficult day. So, one of the issues I have is I struggle with chronic tendonitis. And I made a video about like loving the pain, and I deal with it. I know this is part of my life. It's been a part of my life for nearly 20 years now. When I was younger, I didn't really get tendonitis issues, and then in around my 30s, I started getting a lot of knee tendonitis issues, and then Achilles tendonitis issues, and then in the last like 5 or 6 years since I started weight training, I started getting all kinds of like upper body tendonitis issues, mostly like forearm issues, what they would call like golfer's elbow or tennis elbow, depending on which side of your arm it's on. And right now, sorry, I've got my morning coffee here. I'm still basically in my pajamas. I got a hoodie on, but this is first thing in the morning, and it hit me today that I'm having a rough day, and I wanted to share that to let my friends and others know that like that's the way it is, right? We all know that there's going to be rough days, but I don't want this channel to seem like I'm just like rah rah rah. The future is going to be okay, and I'm moving forward, and everything's fine, and there's no like down points, right? That's a good cup of coffee right there. Um, so had trouble sleeping last night, so I did. Uh, I squeezed in a workout yesterday. I didn't have a lot of time, but I squeezed in an upper body workout. I did a bunch of rows, and that's the very movement. So right now I'm suffering with what they call brachioradialis tendonitis. So basically, the basically what does that? What rotates your arm? And it's not as bad when my arm's straight, and it's not as bad when my arm's totally bent. But right around the 45-degree angle, like I can do it, but oh my goodness, it hurts so bad. Like straight down here, the pain. It's like burning, searing hot every time I rotate my hand. And I mean, think of how many times you do that in a day when you're eating, you're doing stuff, and it's my right hand, and I'm right-handed. And it sort of kept me up last night. But one of the things that really kills me about the tendonitis is it's a constant reminder that I'm getting older, that I'm not getting younger, that my body is heading in one direction, and that is towards the jalopy junk pile at the end of life, right? And at 50, I need to be more careful, and it sucks. I was a professional skateboarder for years, and I would toss my body down sets of stairs and slam on ramps, and I'd get up and shake it off like a freaking gladiator. And the next day I'd be a little sore, but I'd keep going. And now, like today, I can't even, there's no working out today. I'm going to have to take a day off. I've already been icing my arm all morning, and I'm going to have to focus on some rehab stuff, try some massage, and do a few things. I have an event coming up in 10 days called Spartan DECA, and it's basically a 10 exercise fitness competition. So if you've never heard of it, think of something like CrossFit, but it's not CrossFit. And there are other ones. High Rocks is another one, and these are fitness competitions that involve like cardio elements, like a rower or a bike, and strength elements like carrying a sandbag or doing burpees with weights, like stuff like that. And at this point now I'm like, crap, I can't even train this week for the event. My only goal now is to get this tendonitis under control so I'm ready to even go to the event. And I've been an athlete my whole life, and that's the way it goes. Sometimes you get injured right before a competition, or, I would say this, there's no opportune moment to get injured. Am I right? Like, there's no good time where you're like, oh, this injury just came at the sweet spot. Like, that doesn't happen. Um, I'm also like, I still live with my wife, and even though we're separated, we still sometimes have difficult conversations because there's still emotions, right? Like we were together for way over a decade. So we're still trying to sort this out. And there are still days where we have difficult conversations, really heartfelt stuff that's difficult to talk about. And I've already sort of talked about how afraid I am of the future. I'm in the middle of transitioning. I have my practical exam for my fitness trainer in about 2 weeks. And after that, now I got to start looking for a job. And I'm still trying to run my dog training business and keep my heart and my passion in that business for my clients because I want to give them the best service they deserve. But at the same time, mentally, I'm already thinking about like, what am I going to do next for my new career? And yeah, I'm struggling a little bit today. It's a rough day. I'm bummed. I'm bummed that I'm injured. And when I'm injured right now, that means one of the things that mentally is really helping me, which is exercise, is on the back burner. And I got to fill the day with something else. And I'm making a lot of content for my Instagram and for this channel. And I think really, if I do some soul searching, I think a lot of this is just another hobby to keep myself busy, to keep myself thinking about something, well, to really to prevent myself from thinking, right? To keep my mind focused on other things and not on all the things that I'm afraid of in life and all the things that are dragging me down right now. And it's the way it goes. Sometimes there's good days and sometimes there's bad days. And when I was a kid, my mom used to say, when I would come to her with a complaint, my mom would say, you know what? Life is hard. Or sometimes, um, she would just say like that's the way life is, Ryan. You've got to get through it, or life is unfair, right? And I actually, we'll see if the camera will pick this up, but I actually have that written here on my wrists. Life is hard and life is unfair. And she wasn't saying that to be pessimistic, right? She wasn't saying that like suck it up, buttercup. She was saying that like that's the reality of life, right? Sometimes it's difficult and sometimes it's hard, and that's just the way it is. And I think the way we handle the most difficult times in our life says a lot more about us as to who we are and what sort of inner strength we have than how we get through the easy times, right? All right. Um, if there's somebody else out there that's struggling right now too, I hope better days are ahead for you as well. And I do believe there are much better days ahead for me as well. And even the worst days aren't all that bad when you really think about it. I have a home to live in, and I have a vehicle to drive, and enough money to put groceries in the fridge and to fill the van up with gas. And I have a couple of dogs to keep me company. And my wife is still my best friend. So I'm doing okay in life for sure. But yeah, there's some bumps in the road and some dips in the roller coaster, if you know what I mean. And I'm in one of those today.